Picture this. It's 6:42 a.m. outside Philly. Your alarm's been snoozing for 28 minutes, you finally roll out of bed, feet hit the cold hardwood, dog's already whining at the door. You throw on yesterday's jeans, chug a cold brew from the fridge, and you're out the door by 7:05. Because if you hit the Schuylkill Expressway after 7:15, you're screwed. 2 hours later, you're in the office. AirPods in, pretending to care about a 9 a.m. stand-up, while your brain is doing the math on whether you can skip grocery shopping this weekend if you just eat the kids' leftover chicken nuggets for 3 days straight. That's the American grind in 2025. And we all tell ourselves the same bedtime story. Once I break six figures, once I hit 120, 150, I'm good, I made it, safe. We say it like it's gospel. Here's the problem. That story is horseshit. And the 2026 recession is about to prove it in the ugliest way possible. Every single recession has an income line in the sand. Above it, people feel a little pinch, maybe cancel the Disney Plus for 6 months, still take the summer vacation, just fly Spirit instead of Delta. Below it, people lose houses, cars get repossessed, marriages blow up, kids switch from private to public school overnight. 401ks turn into emergency funds that disappear in 90 days. I'm not guessing. I pulled the last 4 recessions, 2001, 2008, 2020, and the 2022-23 soft landing that wasn't, and looked at who actually got destroyed versus who just got annoyed. Then I layered on today's debt loads, today's housing payments, today's car notes, today's daycare costs, and today's layoff patterns, because the next wave is already starting. You're just not in the Slack channel where they're talking about it yet. I ran the numbers cold. No hype, no clickbait, no buy my course. The line for 2026 is $186,500, household income. Under that number, married or single, doesn't matter. You are mathematically exposed. You will get absolutely smoked if we get the recession 90% of the data is pointing to. Let me prove it to you with numbers so simple a 10th grader could do them in study hall. Take the typical household making $140K right now. Solid upper middle class income on paper. Both spouses work, one makes $85, the other $55, maybe a little bonus. 2025 effective take-home after federal, state, Social Security, Medicare, call it $108K, round number. Now watch where it goes. Real numbers, average of what I see in DMs every single week. Mortgage on a $550,000 house, that's a starter home in most decent suburbs now. $3,800 a month with property tax and insurance, $45,600 a year. 2 car payments on vehicles under 5 years old, $1,100 combined, $12,200 a year. Student loans, because both spouses have them, $650, $7,800 a year. Daycare or private school or aftercare, pick one, you're paying $2,100, $25,200 a year. Health insurance premiums plus out-of-pocket family plan, $1,400, $16,800 a year. Groceries and eating out because you're exhausted, $1,300, $15,600 a year. Utilities, phones, internet, Netflix, Spotify, the gym you never use, $800, $9,600 a year. That's $133,200 in fixed or semi-fixed expenses. You're already negative $25,000 a year before you buy a single birthday present or put gas in the tank. You know what that means? You're not upper middle class. You're one layoff away from having to decide between the mortgage and the car note. That's not living. That's surviving with a nicer logo on your hoodie. Now let's meet someone real. This is Derek, 39 years old, senior project manager at a Fortune 500 in the Charlotte area. Makes $148K, wife teaches, pulls in $52K. Combined, $200K on paper. They thought they had made it. They bought the house in 2021 at 3.1%. Payment was tight, but doable. Then property taxes went up 38% in 1 year. Insurance doubled after the hurricanes. HOA decided they needed new roofs. Derek's take-home is $7,800 a month after maxing his 401k to get the match, because that's what the financial podcasts told him to do. Monthly nut right now, mortgage plus tax plus insurance equals $4,200. 2 cars equals $1,350. Daycare for one kid, aftercare for the other, $2,400. Everything else, $2,100. Total, $10,050 a month. He brings home $7,800. They are $2,250 in the hole every single month. They've been covering it with credit cards at 24%. Balance is now $38,000. Derek told me last week, quote, "I make more money than my dad ever dreamed of, and I'm more scared than I was when I was 24 and broke." That's the hidden lie we've all been sold. We were told 6 figures equals security. Reality, in 2025 dollars, 6 figures just gets you a slower death. Now let's do the time math that actually hurts. A $186,500 household is roughly $11,500 take-home per month after taxes, depending on state, but close enough. At that level, using the exact same expense list I just ran for Derek, same house, same cars, same daycare, you're spending $10,050. That leaves $1,450 a month of actual breathing room. $1,450 a month is $17,400 a year you can throw at debt or into I-bonds or into a brokerage account while the market's on sale during the recession. That $17K a year invested at the historical 7% real return is $250,000 in 10 years. That's the difference between hoping you don't get laid off and I literally don't care if they fire me tomorrow. Below $186,000K, you have no margin. Zero. You're one medical bill, one transmission, one interest rate hike, and spiraling downhill. Above it, you're buying something way more valuable than a nicer vacation. You're buying time. You're buying sleep. You're buying the ability to look your spouse in the eye and say, "We're going to be okay," and actually mean it. Think of your household like a business. Your revenue is your total household income. Your profit is whatever's left after all the bills. Most American households making $100K to $180K are running at negative profit. They're unprofitable businesses that just haven't been forced to shut down yet. The recession is the bank calling the loan. $186,500 is the revenue number where the average lifestyle finally generates positive cash flow again. That's not my opinion. That's the math after running 400 different real household budgets people sent me over the last 6 months. So, what do you actually do if you're under the line right now? Because I'm not here to scare you and walk away. First, stop lying to yourself about what's necessary. Derek thought the $85,000 SUV was necessary. It's not. A $35K used Highlander does the exact same job for $600 less a month. Second, one spouse needs a raise or a better job in the next 12 months. Not nice to have, mandatory. Treat it like oxygen. Third, add a recurring revenue stream that isn't W-2. Doesn't have to be huge. $1,500 a month on the side closes most of the gap for people in the $140 to $160K range. Weekend consulting, Etsy, faceless YouTube channel, whatever your skill set allows. Fourth, move the money first. Before taxes come out, before bills hit, route 20% of every paycheck straight to a high-yield account you never see. You can't spend what you don't see. Fifth, refinance or relocate, one or the other. If your mortgage is eating you alive, either crush the rate or move to a lower-cost area before the layoffs start. Waiting is not a strategy. Do those 5 things and most of you watching this can cross the $186,000K line either in gross income or in effective cash flow before 2026 turns ugly. The recession isn't coming to negotiate. It's coming to separate the people who were actually building wealth from the people who were just renting a lifestyle. $186,500 is the line. If you're under it right now, you still have time, but the clock is loud as hell. Get after it. And if this one hits you in the chest, do me a favor. Send it to the group chat, the spouse, the sibling who still thinks 6 figures means something, because some of them are about to learn the hard way. I'll see you in the next one.